Welcome to Attican Plays Railway Empire.
Our next one is Nashville, which is in great shape, and Jackson, which is in great shape. And we've got a promoter. So which one? Let's just let's be real conservative. Let's take the next one that has to come up, which is Nashville. Okay, go make Nashville grow. So that should knock that task out. It's growing nicely anyway. So that'll take care of Nashville. Get some more freight revenue, get more passengers, good deal. Notice our money is just ridiculous. Well, we took up those two big bonds, didn't we? Of course it is. All right, so we've got trains running. What was I doing? We've got this stuff running where? Memphis, Nashville. Let's go ahead and set one up. Oh, that's right. It'd be ridiculous to run logs all the way down here when there's logs sitting right there, so we won't do that one. Instead, what we'll do is buy this. Stop, please. We will buy that and just run a train into Jackson. And I'm not, Fur Fox actually mentioned that he had been experimenting with running trains not full on these rural lines like this. And, I said I didn't like it because I thought it would be inefficient, but I kind of like we built one little small station and that we can keep logs going to 3 cities that way. And they'll just take however many they need at the time. And what we need to do, we need to start expanding. Let's see. It's time for us to buy and expand. So we're going to buy a meat industry. Now, this is what I wanted to note. Notice that, remember how Roger can buy industries without an auction? And I said, in the intro, I said, we're going to have the same functionality. We do. The lady can buy industries without an auction because we eliminated the competitors. Something just completed on us here. Nashville's grown. That's not a surprise. There we go. We can see that Jackson is growing, and we're going to make it even better here in a minute by giving it a nice line here. We're also going to go out, while we got all this money, we're going to buy young breeding, and we're going to put a nice train station with signaling control in Shreveport. Yeah, I should have put that in first. That's a mistake. Should have put the station in first, then bought the industry, because sometimes it'll mess you up where the industry's placed. So just keep that in mind. Place your stations, then buy your industry. And let's go ahead. It's time for another station here. What have I done here? There we go. So now we've got this wheat out here that we can buy. And let's put I'm kind of liking this running this little experiment with the supplies. So I'm going to stick with that. Let's just run our city to city line. Like so. I hope I got the right connections. Did I? I got it right for once. Yay. All right. So let's run our line like so. All right. So now if we put supply towers kind of toward the ends, we can run other stuff in here and pick up those towers. And we can run city to city between Shreveport and Jackson. Now the big thing we want to do is get our cattle industry down here going, because it's going to make us money and ship cattle into Shreveport. Now this one, because it's only going one place, it will run full. And all those errors, what do we got? Missing equipment. Ah. That should clean it all up. Okay, so we've got our beer meat line going here. Let's get into the sugar business. It's okay, it can take some more. I was looking at the load there to make sure it was cool. Now you notice nothing's going yet because it's too small a city. But it'll be ready to rock and roll when the time comes, which won't be long. That's starting to push it on that. 50, yeah, we'll go for it. Uh-oh. What have we done? Okay, we've got this intersection is causing a crossing problem here. All right, we got to fix that. Don't like that. Tell you what, we're going to go over to New Orleans from here anyway. So let's just put in another station. And I don't know what happened to those trains. No, they're supposed to go back to their original station. I don't know if they were deleted. I don't know if we got credit for it. That would be something worth figuring out. Anybody know? All right, so there, that's better. And while we're at it, let's just go on over to New Orleans here. And we're starting to get a lot of breakdowns, so what we can do is just replace all of our train. This is the easiest way to do maintenance. Keep running the cheaper train, and then if you start getting to the point where they're breaking down, now we could we could time this out with a replacement if we had, but the decapod is not that much faster, and it's just slow. The Inyo wouldn't be too bad, but don't really want that either. We're just going to keep running the Baldwin because I like Baldwins. All right, for now. We do want to definitely get faster because the faster our trains, the more money we make. It's just that simple. But not yet. Now we're going to set up another beer meat line between Shreveport and New Orleans. And how are we looking on 20? Okay, Jackson's looking good. Our people were about halfway there, and we've got our quarterly profit needs to increase, and we're doing well on our businesses. So we're methodically working our way up to where we need to be. So we're going to take. Oh, and let's just see. Do we have any express lines right now? We do not, so that's interesting. So we're going to fix that in a moment. Okay. Okay, good deal there. Now our meat industry can make more money. It'll serve 3 cities, so let's expand it. It's going to be serving Shreveport and Jackson and New Orleans. So we should make good money off of our meat. Let's see, what do we got? We need 7.2 cattle, and we are producing 2.4. So we need to bump this guy up. 4.8. We need to bump it up one more time, which is 600,000. There we go. Now we should be producing Shreveport. Our Shreveport meat industry is serving 3 cities and should do just fine and make good money for us all the way through. Jackson's still growing, is in great shape. Okay, looking good, looking good. Now what we're going to do here now is just start taking advantage of the lady. We're going to get out of city growth mode. We're just going to do rapid expansion, if you will. In fact, Jan Jansen has experimented with, he actually has, in fact, he told me he played this one where he started out and just literally connected every city and just ran a single track without double tracking and just kept running single train tracks all around the place. Now, he was playing the engineer, I believe. But we're going to do kind of thinking of this as rapid 103 and 190. Ouch, getting busy. That one's busy. This one's busy. All right, we're going to start out with just, we'll use Des Moines. Des Moines, yeah, we'll take a brewery in Des Moines, sure. Okay, never mind. We're going a different way. Oh, Des Moines, way up there. Ah, shucks. I was thinking of Columbia. I really was. Shucks, shucks, shucks. Because there's no, the nearest wheat's way down here, but that's okay. We can set that up. All right, we're going to work our way to our brand new brewery. All right. Okay, we can run a line out of here up to Rock Island. Oh, I don't want a terminal. Here we go. All right, so where was I? Sorry, I'm thinking a little bit. I'd love to own this cattle right here because it can now feed 2 cities, and we can have a beer meat line here and run our wheat up to Des Moines. In fact, we can set up a whole deal with Rock Island and Des Moines if we want to. A nice beer meat. Look at all these resources around here. It's resource rich. Huh. I think that's what we're going to do. We're going to play city. Sorry, it's a total change. I was going to do this rapid thing where I'm connecting all the cities, but instead, we're going to play with Rock Island and Des Moines and make them into big cities, or at least decent sized cities. So, where are we? So the first thing we'll need to do is just bring them online, which is this connection here. Don't want the decapod. We want the Reno for part of what we're going to do here. We will start running the Reno because I'm not seeing the express trains as I thought I might. So part of my little experiment's not working here, if you will. All right, so what are we going to do? What are we going to do? We're going to run a 2-city cluster, Rock Island to Des Moines, and I'm going to put do we want to go large warehouse, signaling control, yes, we're going to put one on both ends. Why not? What are all these breakdowns? Something else is done. Oh, Jackson has finished growing. Good deal. And we do have a problem here. Here we go. All right, what have we done? What have we done? Yep, we've got a train that came in here to this. This should not be here because of these two lines merging like this. There should not be a stop down here with this line so close. Either this line needs to be merged further back or we need to get rid of that. So what we're going to do is we're going to copy this train, which will put a copy back where he needs to be. We will delete this train and delete the offending signal, and now we are good to go. All right. Okay. We definitely want to get the other end. We want to get our meat going into Rock Island. Okay, and let's see here. Now that right there is a potential problem because of the trains waiting to queue up here. We'll just watch that though, because we're going to be consuming that wheat at a rapid pace. And I meant to buy that silly thing. Well, once you hook them up, and start trains running, they're worth a lot more money. So we'll buy the logs. And you know what? This is wrong, and I know it's wrong. So slow down for a minute. Don't play back now. don't pay blackmail. That's what I was trying to say. All right, so now we can fix this. And we can run it so it's got enough room to get off, or we could even run it. We could even run it. Let's just run it back here and be really safe. Provided, let's make sure we have enough space here. 1, 2. Oh, that's a little tight as well. Who designed this thing? Okay. Much better, much better. Now we can hook in the logs like so, making sure they're hooking in past the our little Jan Jansen switch signals here. Beautiful. I wonder, has this gotten any cheaper? Nope. As soon as I get this going a little bit, we'll go off and deal with that passengers connected deal. It'll be easy to fix. Easy to fix. Corn, 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 corn. Whoa. No, we won't be buying that. Okay. So over here, do not pick up corn, but you can pick up Where's milk going to come from? Yeah, you can pick up anything. No, don't pick up milk. We're going to run milk back over here because it's getting too crowded on this the Des Moines warehouse. So this is the Des Moines warehouse. So do not pick up corn and milk. And then on the Rock Island warehouse, do not pick up wheat or logs or sugar or veggies because they will have come from the other warehouse. And go. And because that's complicated, I'm not going to set it in both directions. I'm just going to have them 1, 2, 3, 4. And I really, really, really should have set priorities. Okay. It doesn't matter. We'll come back and deal with that. I don't want to worry. I may never get to Charlotte. Okay. Okay. Automatic line. Okay, it's time for us to grab the Reno and start building some express lines. And we'll be cheap and grab this bonus. Even though we have no use for it right now. All right, so our first express line is actually going to be one little thing you should consider here. When you have a tight turn like that coming out of a station, build the inside track first because that's the one that may or may not be able to make that turn. If you build the inside one first, then you can be confident that the outside one will be able to go because it's not as sharp a turn. What did I just do? Okay, so we're going to build a line from here to here, passenger only, and use our new Reno. Oh, and we can also, what am I doing? And we'll let that run and spread them out. We'll run 4 trains, but they're going to be passenger trains. Notice we already got a speed record. Definitely want the inventor And we can promote Rock Island. Let's promote Rock Island. Okay, Rock Island, you grow. And we can bring in the Inyo. Now we can start speeding things up. We can put the Inyo in. I'm going to do 93. 89, perfect. All our freight trains are now going to be Inyos. So now we should see our economy just kind of skyrocket. Not that it needed it, because we we don't need the money. Let's just keep working on our number of people. So let's run more express lines. Let's run to Indy. And down to Louisville, nice big city. Okay, we're about to hit our 600,000 and see if we're getting express lines now. There we go. We're starting to get them. Okay. Our two-city cluster is working. Both cities are growing. Des Moines at 99% and Rock Island's at 92% and already ready for another industry, which we could certainly put in there. Don't we own? We own that, so it'd be nice to put a textile industry in Rock Island and then run textiles up there. That would be good. Take advantage of our industry we already own. Now, getting them up there might be a little bit of a challenge. While I'm thinking of it, let's run our milk into the warehouse. Oh yeah, I wanted to run cotton to here. Let's see what see what we can do. See if we can put a warehouse. Love to be able to put a warehouse over on out here somewhere. Our industry is in the way. It's just going to have to get moved. It's going to have to get out of the way. This warehouse I put in is not an automatic one. It needs to have a switch in front of it. It didn't auto signal, so it doesn't have switching. That's why we couldn't find it as a target. Now it's a target. And this farm, need to level it up maybe a couple of times. What completed? Probably, oh, our quarterly profit. We got our quarterly profit. We're about to hit our 600,000. And how much? We need 3.2, and let's bump this thing up to about, till it's at least like 6. There we go, 6.4. That should be good. All right, we need to buy 3 businesses, so that's not the biggest challenge in the world. We'll buy that well. We'll go over here and buy some. These mines are always cheap. Well, it wasn't that cheap. And logs are always cheap. There we go. So we'll be done once the cities grow just a little bit more. And I'm going to stop and kind of do a wrap up and kind of talk about a few little trade-offs here. Now let's just stop. Okay. Now, one of the things obviously could have done, we're the lady, and I didn't really play the lady to her full extent here because, again, this one's pretty easy. And, you know, I love to play around with the warehouses and the clusters and all that stuff. But, like, this whole thing here is really cool, and it works great. You see we got a 2-city cluster. These 2 cities will do great. Rock Island and Des Moines will just grow like crazy. We'll make really good money on all of this stuff. We can, you know, manage these and keep bumping them up as we need to as they grow and just do really, really well with all of this stuff. But to really play with the lady, what you want to do is this kind of thing. This kind of, here's a good one right here. Look at the ridiculous money. The ridiculous money that we are making off of that line. So what we really want to do with the lady is just keep making those passenger and mail lines. Oh, that's just ridiculous. And it's solid. Look at it, 15,000 just because it's an express train. Look at this. Look at the money you make. It's just it's gross, and you don't do anything. I mean, you literally just connect the two, put a warehouse in the middle, and run passenger and mail lines. Put some box cars on them, and you notice I haven't even loaded them up with personnel yet, so they could make even more money. I mean, you know, it's just the lady is just too easy. If you're struggling with this game, go grab the lady and use her. You'll just make tremendous amounts of money. So there we go. Let's just see how we did. Well, I think we know how we did. Let's see. President, 10 out of 10, 20 out of 20. It took us 2 years and 7 months. Now, this could probably be done in a couple of years if you really got after it. And like, for example, getting those 600,000 people connected could have done that much faster just by doing what the lady does best, which is just connect a bunch of cities and run passengers and mail between them and ramp up your research toward an express train. Now, I don't know what they've done with, let's go back here. Let's continue playing. Notice we're getting this on all these Renos. You also notice that the lady doesn't have the strength of Doc because she doesn't get free repairs, but you'll notice how much repair we've done in this. None. There's not a maintenance station anywhere. And we do have a little bit that we got a breakdown right there for bad condition. And we've got so much money now, we could go back and start putting in repairs stations if we wanted to. But you'll notice how we just flew through this without any. And that's because we really used the updates. Like once I did the Baldwins, I did a mass update of all the Baldwins to more Baldwins. So that was in effect repaired every train out there. And it didn't cost much, and it kept the system running. And so that's why if you really are pressed for time, don't put in maintenance, just do mass cheap updates of your trains. And then I was disappointed. I thought we would get more express lines with the Baldwins running without, because I have played this before where you did pretty well with the express lines. So that didn't happen. But as soon as we jumped up to the Reno, got our research up to a true express train, the Reno, and started running these lines that were passenger mail only, dedicated line kind of things, again, started making insane amounts of money. That's weekly profit. This train, let's look at this train. $20,000 a week. It's already made it's already made $300,000, that one train. I mean, they're so much stronger than industries. What's the best industry we have? Oh, I don't know. What do we own? This Taylor here hasn't recouped its initial investment yet. It will, but it hadn't yet. And I should have put like a museum in there to boost research, but I didn't do that. So anyway, there's a lot of things there. One is use the lady and build passenger mail lines, duh, and you will never have a money problem. If you need to connect a lot of people, just connect a lot of cities. And other than that, on this particular scenario, make sure you get Memphis going, and make sure you do whatever it takes to get Memphis growing early to make sure you can do that in the first year if you want to get a perfect score. All right, hopefully there was something there that will help your game, and hope you enjoyed that.
I hope you enjoyed this. I hope it'll help you become a better player, and I hope you'll join us for our next Railway Empire video. Thank you.